I'm going to be honest about something. I'm not a designer. It never happened. Actually, my fifth grade art teacher told me to give up on ever becoming an artist. She wasn't off. I still can't make a circle that closes properly. But look at this. I made it all. This morning, my art teacher would lose it, but this isn't skill. It's a tool, and not just any tool. This is the one that quietly shook up the design world last week, even hitting Figma stock. They call it Claude Design. But here's the twist. The real breakthrough isn't Claude Design. The real breakthrough is the model behind it. Opus 4.7 for the very first time. AI can actually see, reason, and create visual work properly, and that changes everything. Because now a founder who can't afford a designer suddenly gets something that feels like a full creative team. And there's one hidden trick in this that no one's mentioning. I'm going to show you everything. Let's jump in, quick thing, before we go ahead. Everything you're about to see, the exact prompts, the brand files, the outputs, all of it are already inside my WhatsApp community. It's free. Check out the link down below in the description. You can pick it up and follow along step by step. Claude Design is live on the web at the moment, but you won't find it in your app yet. If you open the left sidebar and scroll down to the bottom, you'll see design, so click it. And you're in when you click Create Design System, and it asks you to upload your brand assets, your fonts, your logo, your GitHub code, your current landing page. But what if you don't have a brand and are starting from scratch to build something totally new? This is where most folks get stuck, but I'll walk you through building it from scratch. Imagine we want to create this Indian health watch brand. We've got the product idea, but no fonts, colors, or vibe. Step 1, choose two brands whose style you already adore. I went with Apple Watch for that sleek premium look and Ultra Human for its energetic health vibe. I'm looking for a mix of these two. Step 2, open a website called firecrawl.dev. Signing up is free. This tool scrapes any website and converts it into structured data. Head to the playground. Paste the Apple Watch's URL to scrape and click run. Just make sure to pick the feel of the branding, grabbing just the colors, fonts, and design language, and nothing more. Now copy that output as JSON. Do exactly the same thing for Ultra Human second JSON. Copied now, the magic open A. Start a fresh Claude chat, paste both JSONs, and give it a single prompt. I'm working on creating a brand for health monitoring watches that look super sleek and premium customized for the Indian market. I've listed two brands that I have admired, create a new brand language that blends the two, and what results is genuinely wild. Check out how Claude gives you a core brand positioning, a design philosophy, and a full color palette with exact hex codes. Voice, tone, and typography. It literally builds a full brand identity from the two references you already love, all customized for your specific audience. And since it made something new, no one else can copy you. The output is different every time. If you're building your brand today, which two brands would you want Claude to mash together? Drop them in the comments. Honestly curious about what combos people are choosing these days to see why this is such a big deal. You've got to zoom out a bit. Take a look at what this new tool is actually trying to disrupt, because this isn't just about design. This is about one of the most painful tools in business history, PowerPoint. Every MBA uses it, and every consultant does too. Every person in business spends billions of hours every year just fighting with charts and aligning boxes, choosing fonts that don't look totally awful. It's likely the most used and the most painful tool in corporate life. And D. Ario over at Anthropic. Check that out and said something pretty bold. What if we just built something that could do all of that for you so you could actually spend your time thinking instead of arranging slides? Getting a brand designer in India to create a solid brand identity, pitch deck, and landing page will cost roughly 1 lakh. And 5 lakh rupees plus 2 to 4 weeks with multiple rounds of revisions. But with this tool, that all turns into mere minutes. Let's jump in and see exactly how you can use this tool and practically change your life. So now we've got the brand synthesis from Claude. Grab that whole output, head back to Claude Design, hit Create New Design System, and paste it into the blurb section. You can also get rid of the extra formatting so it looks clean. Now pick the company VajraPro will generate. It builds a brand design, and this is where you need to be patient. It takes between 5 and 15 minutes. It's looking at the materials, writing the README file, building the color system, setting up typography rules, and creating component guidelines. It's running a month of designer work in the background. Grab a coffee and come back when it's done. Once it's ready, you get this full dashboard with all the colors, fonts, buttons, cards, and spacing. The works every section you either hit looks good or needs work. If you select needs work, simply type what you'd like updated for VajraPro. I said, make the palette more vibrant. Done. The colors got an update. Next, you can approve the typography and all the other sections. This is serious designer work getting approved piece by piece. The final result is a production-ready brand design system for a company that didn't exist 20 minutes ago. Give that a moment to think about. How much has AI come? This is amazing. When you navigate to the VajraPro design system, you need to click Publish and go back to the home screen. And now you can use it to make anything. Let's build a PPT, a slide deck. Pick VajraPro design system, name it Vajra Launch, and hit Create. This is a fresh project, so we need to give it a brief or an existing file with the background for this project. I'm going to give it a quick look. Hey, I'm about to launch the VajraPro Health Watch in India. It's a preventive health shield designed to help you stay on top of your health with comprehensive reminders and keeping an eye on things in a wallet-friendly package. Our positioning focuses on delivering a premium experience without the high cost. I want the brand to feel super premium while keeping the slides vibrant and animated to match this design philosophy before it writes a single slide. Claude asks you creative brief questions the way a real designer would take a brief from a client, such as asking who the audience is. I picked investors and VCs. How long is the presentation? I picked 5 minutes. What's the price at launch? I picked 30,000 rupees. This is just a quick chat every solid designer gives you before they even crack open a file. Who are you selling to? What's the deal? What's the CTA for positioning? Now click continue and it begins generating. Every single slide stays in the same brand language slide, 1V VajraPro, the preventive health shield designed for how India actually lives. The text reads like it was penned by a copywriter, and slide 2 shows the data on India's health crisis. I never gave Claude any of this info, so it did its own research and then chatted about your product and where it fits. You can even get a market analysis and a full investor pitch that's written, designed, and animated straight from a single paragraph. Keep in mind that 1 to 5 lakh price tag we discussed, yet I created this for the cost of a Claude subscription. If you don't want to tweak the design, there are live controls here. You can switch the color mode from default to multi to add more depth and shading. You can even adjust the animation speed from fast to normal to slow. It re-renders instantly. I can even click on edit and make it change certain parts. For example, I say HRV models are too hard for my audience, so make them simpler. And once I reload this, the result will show up here. It's stating that instead of HRV readings, our stress readings are adjusting to the Delhi summers and Chennai humidity. So your numbers stay real. That was all that was needed. But what if I now want to make changes? Like I wanted the word India to pop in a new way. Just switched on the draw tool and circled the word India and typed a note right on the page. Circle should be bigger and in the brand color. And more aesthetic, it's updated. It's literally the feedback loop designers use with each other, except the designer is AI. And it's instant now. I have my pitch deck, but what's next? If I want to build a landing page, I'll just type use the deck as inspiration and build a full landing page. And make a launch video using the brand guidelines it already knows. And there you go, it's made you a full landing page. Check out what it built, a proper hero section with the VajraPro product front and center. The headline using the exact same positioning from the pitch deck below that product feature blocks. A solid call to action section footer with the navigation. This isn't a template with your logos just pasted on. This landing page is built from the ground up for your brand, using the brand's own voice and colors. Every font fits the design system. Every color pairs with every button style. It honestly seems like someone who's been living with this brand for months put this whole thing together, not something that just met it 5 minutes ago. Just one honest heads up, this tool burns through tokens super fast. I created only 2 brands for testing and burned through nearly 77% of my monthly usage on the Pro plan. So make sure you're deliberate with this tool if you're serious about using this budget on the Pro plan for it. Or wait a few months for the pricing to settle down. Okay, brand done, pitch deck done, landing page done. Now for the part I genuinely didn't think was doable. The launch video that we had it create. Wow, check this out. I never sent Claude a picture of a watch. I never explained what the watch should look like in person. We used the brand language we created together, the colors, the motion principles, and the premium positioning. And it imagined what the product itself should look like and then animated it. This is the first time I've seen an AI tool go from brand file to finished launch film without a human touching it. One single asset right in the middle. So when you're ready to actually use any of this, you can just export it. You have tons of choices to export the deck as PPTX directly into PowerPoint, or as a PDF, send it directly to Canva if you want to edit it further there. Get standalone HTML if you need the landing page live immediately, and you can even pass it to Claude Code. The deal, it's going to copy the command that you'll need to paste inside Claude Code. Is going to grab the design file, read its README, and implement the relevant parts of the design. This is basically what you needed to see in Claude Design. Let's take a minute to get what's going on here. Is this actually going to swap out Figma? No way, not for now. If you're a pro designer, Figma still lets you have way more control over every element. Claude Design doesn't aim to compete on any of that. What it's really doing is something totally different. It's creating a design layer for non-designers, founders who can't draw to save their lives, and consultants who need it. A pitch deck instantly for marketers who want a landing page without hiring a team is the target audience. But it remains groundbreaking because if you look at the history of design over the years, you needed an Adobe Studio to get anything serious done. Then Canva arrived and made design accessible for anyone to try, and now Claude is taking another big step. You no longer have to worry about design. You simply have to pick what you're looking for. Why this is such a huge milestone for the AI world. Claude isn't making a chatbot anymore. They're doing coding, knowledge work, and design agents. Exactly what every serious AI company wants. Having full control over the complete knowledge work stack. This is like building an Apple ecosystem right here in the AI space. The firms that crack this code first take over the next decade. And right now, Anthropic is pulling off this game better than anyone else. So go try Claude Design tonight and build one thing, anything, because the gap between people who use these tools and folks who don't are about to get really wide. One quick note for founders watching me and my team actually run corporate AI trainings. Adobe, VajraPro, Uber, and a bunch of others have hired us to train their teams on exactly this kind of things. So if you run a company and want the same kind of session for your people, the email's in the description. Just drop us a note. I'll catch